Welcome back to Sugar Bee. Heartland fans, buckle up, because season 19 is already shaping up to be one of the most emotional seasons in the show's history. The brand new trailer for episode 1 has dropped, and it confirms what many of us have been secretly hoping for but never quite believed would happen. Georgie is back, and she's getting married. That's right. After years of chasing her Olympic dreams, Georgie Fleming Morris returns to the Heartland Ranch, not just for a visit, but for a life-changing celebration. But here's the twist, her return sets off a chain of emotional moments that could reshape the future of the Bartlett Fleming family forever. From Georgie's wedding to Amy's complicated love life and Lindy's heartfelt questions, this season promises romance, drama, and some ugly cry moments. We're all bracing ourselves for so let's break down everything we know about Heartland. Season 19, Episode 1, in detailed chapters. The trailer opens with a moment that fans have been waiting for ever since Season 14, the long-anticipated return of Georgie Fleming Morris. The shot is simple yet powerful, Georgie stepping out of a truck and setting her boots on Heartland soil once again. For longtime viewers, this isn't just another character walking back into the ranch, it's the return of someone whose story has been deeply intertwined with the growth of Heartland itself. When Georgie left to pursue her Olympic dreams in Florida, it was bittersweet. On the one hand, fans were thrilled to see her chasing her passion, but on the other, her absence left a noticeable gap in the show's heart. She wasn't just Lou's adoptive daughter or Amy's spirited niece, Georgie was the young dreamer who carried the torch for the next generation of Heartland writers. Watching her bond with Phoenix, her unshakable determination, and her struggles balancing love and ambition made her a fan favorite. So when she left, many of us hoped it wasn't forever, and now, the trailer confirms what so many held out hope for: Georgie is back. But what makes this return truly monumental is the context surrounding it. This isn't a random visit or a quick cameo. Georgie's return is tied to one of the biggest milestones of her life, her wedding. That detail alone shifts the tone from nostalgia to celebration. It tells us that this storyline is going to be more than a brief guest appearance, it's a defining chapter for Georgie's character. The energy in the trailer makes this clear. We see her greeted with warm embraces from Amy, Lou, and Jack, each hug carrying years of emotion and longing. These quick glimpses are enough to remind fans of just how deeply Georgie belongs at Heartland. It's as if the show itself is acknowledging that her absence was felt, and now her story is ready to continue. But there's more to her return than just walking down the aisle. The trailer suggests a mix of excitement and tension. Georgie looks radiant, yes, but there are subtle moments where her expression carries weight, perhaps the pressure of balancing her writing career with her personal life, or the fear of stepping into marriage while still holding on to her Olympic dreams. This layered return promises drama and emotional depth, ensuring that Georgie's story won't just be about a picture-perfect wedding. For Alicia Newton, reprising the role at this stage in both her real-life career and Georgie's fictional one is incredibly fitting. Georgie is no longer the teenage writer with something to prove. She's a young woman who has lived, loved, and now comes back stronger, ready to take the next big step in her life. And for fans, this evolution makes her return all the more rewarding. In many ways, Georgie's reappearance represents something bigger for the series as well. It shows Heartland's commitment to honoring its long-running characters while pushing forward with new storylines. Her wedding might be the focal point, but her presence recharges the emotional core of the show, reminding us of its roots in family, resilience, and growth. So, when those boots hit the dirt at Heartland Ranch in the trailer, it's more than just a homecoming, it's the spark that sets season 19 ablaze. Fans aren't just witnessing Georgie's return. They're witnessing the beginning of a chapter that could define the season. If there's one thing Heartland does better than almost any other family drama, it's blending romance with the deeper themes of growth, resilience, and legacy. That's exactly what we see hinted at in the season 19, episode 1 trailer with Georgie and Quinn's wedding. For years, fans have followed their love story, one that began with sparks of young attraction, developed into a supportive partnership, and then faced the challenges of distance, ambition, and timing. Now, after all this time, the trailer confirms what we've all been waiting for: Georgie and Quinn are finally ready to say, "I do." This moment isn't just about romance, it's about closure and renewal. Let's rewind for a moment. Heartland. Fans will never forget Quinn's first proposal to Georgie. He got down on one knee full of love and certainty, only for Georgie to gently reject him, explaining that they were both still too young. It was one of those bittersweet moments where we admired her maturity even as our hearts broke for Quinn. That decision became a turning point in their relationship, forcing both characters to grow individually while keeping their bond intact. And now, years later, we see that decision paying off. They're older, wiser, and ready to step into this next chapter with the kind of confidence and love that only comes with experience. The trailer teases glimpses of the ceremony itself, and even those quick flashes are enough to make the fandom emotional. We see Amy helping her niece prepare, likely adjusting her dress, fixing her veil, or simply sharing a quiet moment before the big walk down the aisle. That image alone is powerful, because Amy has been a rock in Georgie's life, a mentor not just in horsemanship but in strength, courage, and independence. Watching Amy help Georgie prepare for marriage feels like a passing of the torch from one generation of Heartland women to the next. And then there's Jack. No wedding in Heartland would be complete without Jack's wisdom, and the trailer shows him offering emotional words that will surely pull at every fan's heartstrings. Jack has been there for Georgie since she first arrived as a troubled foster child. He guided her, believed in her, and helped shape her into the strong woman she is today. Seeing him stand by her side on her wedding day isn't just touching, it's symbolic of how far Georgie has come, and how important family has been in her journey. Lou's presence also cannot be overlooked. The trailer captures her watching with tears in her eyes, a proud adoptive mother who once opened her heart to a little girl in need of a home. Now, she witnesses that same girl stepping into adulthood, building her own family. That emotional full circle is exactly the kind of storytelling that makes Heartland so timeless, but beyond the personal milestones, this wedding means something bigger. It signals the continuation of the Bartlett-Fleming legacy through new blood, new dreams, and new beginnings. It reminds us that while the older generation, Jack, Lou, Amy, continue to hold the ranch together, the next generation is ready to carve out their own stories. Georgie and Quinn's union is more than vows exchanged under the Alberta sky, it's the bridge between Heartland's past and its future. So when Georgie finally says yes to Quinn in episode 1, it won't just be a wedding scene. It will be a celebration of everything Heartland has always stood for: love that endures, family that supports, and the courage to grow into the person you were always meant to be. While Georgie's wedding may be the centerpiece of episode 1, the trailer makes it clear that Amy's love life will not be pushed into the background. In fact, it looks like her relationship with Nathan will become one of the most emotionally complex arcs of season 19. Fans have been divided on this pairing since it first began to blossom, and episode 1 promises to push that story into even deeper, more heartfelt territory. Back in season 18, we saw Amy and Nathan's bond grow slowly, almost cautiously. There was a sense of hesitation between them, as if both knew they were stepping into delicate territory. For Amy, the shadow of Ty's memory loomed large, and for Nathan, there was the awareness that he wasn't just connecting with Amy, he was stepping into the world of a single mother and her daughter. Their chemistry built gradually, through shared moments on the ranch, quiet conversations, and eventually, that long-awaited kiss. It wasn't rushed, and it didn't feel forced. It was the natural next step for two people whose lives had slowly begun to intertwine. Episode 1 picks up right where that kiss left us, but instead of diving headfirst into romance, the trailer shows Amy taking a cautious yet meaningful step forward. She organizes an event specifically to help Nathan spend more time with Lindy. This is significant, because for Amy, Nathan's role in Lindy's life is just as important, if not more so, than his role in her own. She knows that if Nathan is to truly be part of their future, he must build a bond with her daughter. The trailer offers a few glimpses of this event, scenes of Nathan laughing with Lindy, helping her with something around the ranch, and Amy watching quietly from the background with a hopeful but guarded smile. It's subtle, but it tells us everything we need to know. Amy wants this to work, but she's still testing the waters, still making sure that this relationship fits into the life she's built with Lindy. Then comes the moment that has already set the fandom buzzing, the emotional gut punch of Lindy asking Amy if Nathan is going to be her new dad. That single question captures all the complexity of Amy's storyline. On one hand, it's heartwarming. It shows that Lindy sees Nathan as someone important, someone who could fill a role in her life. On the other hand, it's heartbreaking, because it forces Amy to confront her grief over Ty all over again. That we can already imagine the scene, Amy pausing, holding back tears, gently explaining that Ty will always be Lindy's father and nothing will ever change that. But she'll also reassure her daughter that it's okay to care for Nathan, that it's okay for him to be part of their family in a different way. It's a moment of honesty, vulnerability, and healing, and it might just mark the true beginning of Amy and Nathan's journey together. For fans, this storyline is bound to be a roller coaster. Some will cheer for Amy to move forward with Nathan, while others will feel it's too soon or too difficult to see her with someone other than Ty. But that's the beauty of Heartland, it doesn't give us easy answers. It allows its characters and its audience to wrestle with complicated emotions and to grow alongside them. So, while Georgie's wedding promises joy and celebration, Amy's path with Nathan in episode 1 promises tears, reflection, and the kind of emotional depth that has kept Heartland fans hooked for nearly 2 decades. This isn't just a romance, it's a story of healing, second chances, and redefining family. While much of the trailer for Heartland Season 19, Episode 1 focuses on Georgie's wedding and Amy's complicated love life, there's something else quietly pulsing beneath the surface, the legacy of the Bartlett-Fleming family. This is the heartbeat of Heartland, the reason the show has endured for nearly 2 decades. It isn't just about horses, cattle, or even romance. At its core, Heartland is a story about family, about generations who have poured their sweat, tears, and love into the land and into one another. And in episode 1, that legacy is on full display. The trailer gives us fleeting but powerful glimpses of Jack Bartlett. For longtime fans, Jack is the foundation of the ranch and, in many ways, the moral compass of the entire show. He has seen the family through unimaginable loss, great triumphs, and everything in between. Episode 1 teases him reflecting on how far the family has come, how Georgie grew from a troubled foster child into a strong, determined woman now ready to build a life of her own. It's the kind of quiet wisdom Jack often brings, and you can already feel that his words will anchor Georgie's wedding, just as his guidance has anchored so many pivotal moments in the past. Then there's Lou, balancing her ever-demanding political and business career with her responsibilities as a mother and sister. Lou has always carried the weight of trying to do it all, running businesses, raising her children, and stepping into leadership roles, yet somehow still being there for her family. In the trailer, we catch her watching Georgie with tears in her eyes, and it's more than just pride. It's a reminder that Lou, who once opened her heart and home to Georgie, is now seeing her daughter step into adulthood. For Lou, this is both a victory and a deeply emotional milestone. Lisa, as always, is in the background, not because she's absent, but because her role has always been one of quiet strength and unwavering support. She doesn't seek the spotlight, but her presence is steady and essential. In episode 1, Lisa is likely to play the part of the glue that holds everything together, offering encouragement to Jack, lending comfort to Lou, and ensuring that Georgie's big day unfolds as smoothly as possible. It's these subtle touches that remind us why Heartland feels so real, because every family has someone like Lisa, the one who keeps the wheels turning even when no one notices. What ties all of this together is the sense of continuity. Georgie's wedding isn't just about her future, it's about the entire family's journey. It's about Jack seeing the legacy of the ranch live on through another generation. It's about Lou realizing that the girl she once protected is now ready to stand on her own. It's about Amy recognizing that the family, though scarred by loss, continues to grow and evolve. This is why Heartland has endured for 19 seasons. It's not the horses, the Alberta landscapes, or even the romance, it's the deep reminder that no matter how far life takes you, family and legacy are what anchor you. And episode 1 makes it clear, Heartland isn't just telling Georgie's story or Amy's story, it's telling the story of every generation that has called that ranch home. By in the end, the Bartlett-Fleming legacy is more than a backdrop. It's the soul of Heartland, and in Season 19, Episode 1, that soul shines brighter than ever. Episode 1 of Heartland Season May 19th appear, at first glance, to focus almost entirely on Georgie's long-awaited wedding, but the trailer makes it clear, this isn't just a one-off celebration. It's the launching pad for a season brimming with emotional twists, evolving relationships, and family decisions that could shape the future of the ranch for years to come. In other words, this episode isn't just a beginning, it's a statement about where Heartland is headed. The wedding itself acts as a centerpiece, but around it are layers of unresolved questions and new possibilities. The first, and perhaps most tantalizing, is the ongoing arc between Amy and Nathan. Their kiss at the end of season 18 left fans buzzing, and now, whispers of whether their relationship could lead to something permanent, possibly even marriage, are woven into the trailer's fabric. While nothing is confirmed, the emotional beats hint that season 19 won't just be about Georgie stepping into a new life chapter, it might also be about Amy daring to embrace love again. But with Lindy caught in the middle, and the memory of Ty ever present, this path will be anything but simple. Then there's the question of rivalries. The Price Beef storyline continues to simmer in the background, and it's obvious that season 19 will not abandon this source of drama. A ranch as iconic as Heartland's will always attract conflict, and the Prices represent the kind of external challenge that forces the Bartlett-Fleming family to pull together. Whether this season turns that rivalry into an all-out war or uses it as a backdrop for other stories, one thing is clear: the legacy of Heartland Ranch will once again be tested. And what about Georgie herself? The trailer leaves fans with one burning question: what happens after the wedding? While the marriage to Quinn feels like a fairy tale moment, life after the I do is rarely simple. Will Georgie settle into a more permanent role on the ranch, bringing her equestrian skills and fierce independence back into the Heartland fold? Or will she and Quinn return to Florida or even travel the world as she continues to pursue her career in international show jumping? Episode 1 deliberately keeps that future uncertain, adding a sense of suspense to Georgie's story that will keep fans guessing. Lou, Jack, and Lisa also continue to represent the backbone of the series, and their presence in episode 1 hints that their stories will remain vital as well. Lou is juggling her political ambitions with family, Jack is reflecting on legacy, and Lisa, as always, is the quiet strength behind the scenes. Their subplots not only add depth, but remind us that Heartland has always been about more than just one storyline. It's about the ebb and flow of family life across generations. What episode 1 ultimately accomplishes is setting the emotional tone for everything to come. Joy, love, rivalry, heartbreak, and hope are all teased within these few minutes of trailer footage. By the time the episode ends, fans won't just be celebrating Georgie's marriage, they'll be bracing themselves for a season that promises to challenge every character, every relationship, and every bond that makes Heartland what it is. Season 19 is more than just another continuation, it feels like a new chapter in a beloved saga. And if episode 1 is any indication, fans will be glued to their screens from start to finish, knowing that the best of Heartland is yet to come. The return of Georgie. The trailer opens with a moment fans have been anticipating for years: Georgie Fleming Morris returning home to Heartland Ranch. After leaving in season 14 to train professionally in Florida, Georgie has been absent, leaving a hole in the family's story. Her reappearance, played once again by Alicia Newton, feels monumental. She isn't just coming back for a casual family visit, her return is tied to one of the biggest events in Heartland history: her wedding. The trailer wastes no time establishing that this homecoming is about love, family, and the start of a brand new chapter. The wedding of Georgie and Quinn. Heartland has always used milestones like weddings to show how characters evolve, and Georgie's wedding with Quinn feels like the ultimate payoff to a long simmering romance. Fans remember that Quinn once proposed years ago, but Georgie turned him down because they were too young. Now, the timing feels right. The trailer reveals flashes of Amy helping her niece get ready, Lou wiping away tears, and Jack giving a heartfelt piece of advice that only he could deliver. It's more than a wedding, it's symbolic of growth, of Georgie stepping into her future, and of a new generation of Heartland carrying the torch forward. Amy and Nathan's complicated path. While Georgie's story shines, Amy's journey is equally compelling. Season 18 ended with a moment fans had been waiting for: Amy sharing her first kiss with Nathan. In episode 1, that complicated romance takes center stage. The trailer teases scenes of Amy trying to balance her feelings for Nathan with her enduring love for Ty's memory. One powerful moment shows Amy organizing an event to help Nathan bond with Lindy, but the emotional bombshell comes when Lindy asks, "Will Nathan be my new dad?" That question strikes at the heart of Amy's dilemma, making it clear that her love life will be one of the most emotional arcs of season 19 of the Bartlett-Fleming legacy. Amidst the romance, episode 1 also reminds us of what truly makes Heartland timeless: its family legacy. Jack reflects on how far the family has come. Lou struggles to juggle her political career with her family responsibilities, and Lisa continues to provide quiet strength from the sidelines. These interwoven stories connect Georgie's wedding to the larger saga of Heartland itself. The show has always been more than just horses, cattle, and ranch work. It's about family bonds, resilience, and finding your place in the world. Episode 1 pays tribute to that legacy, grounding the big emotional moments in the roots of Heartland Ranch. Setting the stage for season 19, though Georgie's wedding is the highlight, the trailer makes it clear this season is packed with bigger storylines. The price-beef rivalry continues to loom, creating external conflict for the family. The question of Amy and Nathan's future grows heavier, with whispers of marriage hanging in the air. And then there's Georgie herself. Will she remain at Heartland with Quinn after the wedding, or return to her equestrian career in Florida? Episode 1 doesn't answer everything, but it sets the emotional tone for the season: joy mixed with uncertainty, romance blended with rivalry, and a family constantly redefining its future. Sparkles, and there you have it, Heartland fans. Episode 1 of season 19 isn't just giving us Georgie's long-awaited wedding, it's reminding us why we've loved this series for nearly 2 decades. From Amy's complicated journey with Nathan to Jack's reflections on legacy, every moment in the trailer sets the stage for a season filled with love, family, and those emotional twists that only Heartland can deliver. Now the big question is, what do you think happens next? Will Georgie and Quinn's marriage keep them rooted at the ranch, or will their dreams take them far from Heartland? And is Amy truly ready to open her heart again, or will Ty's memory always be her guiding star? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I know Heartland Nation has some amazing theories. Speech balloon. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Sugar Bee, and ring the bell so you never miss a single update on Heartland Season 19 and beyond. Until next time, keep believing in love, family, and second chances, the very heart of Heartland.